West is back on top by 4 points. East coach Red Holtzman decides it's time to go to his very talented bench, and he puts in an entire new team. Atlanta's Lou Hudson warms up in a hurry, and he hits a jumper from about 20 feet. The West is ready with an immediate answer, going to Big Lou underneath. Another Lou, this one called Hudson, works clear for another jumper, this time from 12 feet. The Atlanta Star is just getting warmed up, and there's not much the West can do to stop him. Hudson gets a basket now on a drive. And then moments later, Lou goes outside again to connect on a medium-range jump shot. The spurt by Hudson has tied the game at 75 all with about 2.5 minutes left in the third period. Elvin Hayes of the Rockets gets a good screen from Wilt Chamberlain, hits the jumper over it. Dave DeBusschere of New York finds himself in the clear, and that's too much of an edge to give to the great shooter like DeBusschere. JoJo White scores on a breakaway, and the East leads by 1. Bob Love of Chicago connects on a jump shot despite the defensive efforts of DeBusschere. The East gets the lead back as Baltimore's Wes Unseld is there to tip in teammate Gus Johnson's missed shot. Portland's rookie sensation Jeff Petrie sets up Elvin Hayes for another long one. But the third quarter ends with the East in front, 83-82. The lead changed hands 8 times in that period and was tied 3 times, and the final quarter figures to be just as hotly contested. Chamberlain steps in against Unseld. Lou Hudson, coming off a great third quarter, tries to drive the middle against Wilt Chamberlain. Gus Johnson's there to slap it back outside to JoJo White. White takes to Dave DeBusschere. Dave jumps for a 17-footer and connects. The East is on top by 3 points. Seattle's magnificent Lenny Wilkens, back in the game for the West, takes a pass from Robertson and hits on a drive. The East gets it right back, however, on a jumper by Cincinnati's Tom Van Arsdale, who gets it home over the defensive efforts of Lenny Wilkens. It's the East by 3 again. Oscar Robertson, playing in his 11th All-Star game, brings the West back. A 16-footer. The East is beginning to roll now and getting several shots each time they come down the floor. There's 3 in a row. Frazier to Havlicek, 4 in a row, and it tumbles home. The East has the momentum now as Tom Van Arsdale banks in a jump shot. The East is spurted to a 5-point lead, their biggest edge of the game. There's still nearly 8 minutes to play. The East All-Stars add to that bulge, but they're in no rush. They patiently work to find an opening. Looking for that open man. Reed to Havlicek, and that's all she wrote. Let's take another look at that play and watch the agile Celtic captain in action with the captain of the New York Knicks, Willis Reed. The West team, despite trailing by 6 points, shows it can work for the good shot, too. That man, Lenny Wilkens, is on the payoff end again. The Baltimore Bullets duo of Monroe and Unseld team up for a score as Earl the Pearl sets up his center for an easy one. The Eastern squad is getting a lot of shots now. Earl the Pearl tries a long one. The loose ball is finally corralled by San Francisco's Jerry Lucas. To the Lakers' Jerry West, ahead to Chicago's Chet Walker for a score. He's fouled. It's a three-point play, and the West is back in the ball game in a hurry. New York's Walt Frazier takes charge of the ball. Gets it to Wes Unseld. He misses. Alcindor grabs the rebound, but Gus Johnson pops up to intercept. The ball goes back to Frazier, and he spots Havlicek. And the East is scrambled for another two-pointer on John's jumper. It's the East by 5 with 4 minutes to play.
With 4 minutes to go, the Eastern Conference All-Stars lead by 5 points. Jerry West gets the ball over to Lenny Wilkins, and the West cuts into that edge. The East, Gus Johnson, sees an opening, and he tries one of his special drives as only he can do it. But Big Lou is there to stop him and take the rebound. The ball winds up in Jerry West's hands, and even the combined efforts of Monroe and Unseld can't stop his accurate jump shot. It's 101 to 100, and the West is definitely back in the game. The jump ball goes to the West, and Oscar Robertson starts a great example of all-star team play. Jerry West, Elvin Hayes, Chet Walker to the open man, Lou Alcindor. And the West has regained the lead, 102 to 101. Moments later, Robertson drives for the basket and is fouled on the play. He cashes in the free throw, and the West leads by 2. There's less than 2 minutes left now. The East needs a bucket. And they go to one of the sharpest shooters in the league, Lou Hudson. It's tied at 103. It's furious now, and the action focuses on 2 centers who have battled each other many times, Alcindor and Reed. Lou gets his points this time, and the West goes out in front 105 to 103 with a little over 1 minute left. The East is far from finished. Billy Cunningham spots an opening, feeds JoJo White, who lays it in over Alcindor. It's tied again. We're inside the final minute now, with each side looking for the big play that will win it. Jerry West takes control, dribbles underneath, but finds his path blocked. He makes a great pass to Alcindor, who knocks in a jumper from about 5 feet. It's a very big play, and Lou is fouled on the shot. Let's take another look at that one as West shows what a complete player he is, setting up the bucket with a brilliant pass. When Alcindor makes the free throw, the Western Conference All-Stars have a 3-point lead. There's still time for the East to pull it out. They get the ball to their hot shooter, Lou Hudson, but his long jumper is off the mark. JoJo White is there, however, and bangs home a short hook. It's 108 to 107 with less than 30 seconds left. The West has the ball, and just about the best man in the game to take care of it, Oscar Robertson. Elvin Hayes takes the final shot, and before the East can get the ball, time runs out. And the West has won a thriller, 108 to 107. It broke a string of 3 straight wins by the Eastern Conference. It was a game that thrilled the crowd of more than 14,000 in the San Diego Sports Arena and millions watching on national television. And there was a big moment remaining, the presentation of the Most Valuable Player Award. Commissioner Walter Kennedy handed it to the smallest player in the game, Lenny Wilkins. At 6'1", Lenny stands as an inspiration to all the little men everywhere who want to be a part of this game. The player coach from Seattle was the biggest man on the court tonight, leading all scorers with 21 points, hitting 8 of 11 shots from the field and a perfect 5 for 5 from the free throw line. It's his 8th appearance in the All-Star game, and he'll never forget it. They say Lenny Wilkens is always grim and determined and never smiles. Well, they can't take that smile away from him tonight. He's earned it as he helped the West beat the East in a thriller, 108 to 107.